Crazy. Speaking of people that are full of shit, Satine, Phoenix, and Jamison Stone. I feel so vindicated, guys. I feel so fucking vindicated. Do any of you deal with like the TTRPG space? These fucking two. Oh my god. There is no worse couple on the planet than these two. Insofar as their aesthetic. I have no respect for it. I don't know if you guys keep up. They are a couple in the tabletop RPG scene. Ugh, puke. And as you can see, they have an aesthetic that they think is, it's for them. And I don't really care how they look or how they want to live their life, but puke. But it's, there's a superficiality to their visage that I think you can detect pretty easily and quickly. I'm glad they're into fitness and whatever, and that's cool. This motherfucker wears his armbands just goddamn everywhere. This is their wedding, by the way. Just wearing armbands, wedding. Anyway, so it's whatever. They can look however they want. I mean, this isn't like that far of a look. She's not that ridiculous at all times. But although she never doesn't have a high amount of, I don't know, they're never casual. It's so weird to never, ever be casual, ever? Anyway, that's not the, that's my aesthetic gripe. I guess there we go. We found one. This is close. This is a normal person. This is how normal people exist. There we go. We found one. But most of the time, see, I actually like them. This vibe, totally fine. This vibe, totally bad. Anyway, so this isn't what it's about. What it is about, though, is I've always had bad vibes. Like, they've been on some stuff before. I've heard them talk, mostly Satine, because I watch stuff like Critical Role, Matt. They do... Oops, not that button. You haven't earned that. They do TTRPG stuff, so... D&D things. I can't explain to you. You if you haven't been in the air, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just all the time. It never stops. Anyway, so he got these tattoos, right? And a thread came out just recently that was essentially essentially they weren't paying workers. They weren't paying contractors, writers, for their work in the way that they should. Let me go to the thread, because I'm not going to do it justice. It's so much shittier than, like, it had to be. Okay, so here's the thread that came out, and there's a million other threads. This is a tattoo artist, Chadro Tattoos. Let's just go into it. So this guy, the backstory is this guy right here tattooed Post Malone. And the personality of this guy, Jamison Stone, is one of, boy, do I want to be famous really bad. Overthought. Thanks so much for giving one to Vixie, the MB Vixen. So this guy sent tweets or texts to both of them and was like, hey, I have a contract ready. Here we go, blah, blah, blah. Here's the price. It's $800 per day times 3, so $800 a day for the tattoos. The tattoos, by the way, that you saw already, his designs on his arms and stuff, they're kind of cringe, but it's whatever. You can get whatever he wants. Yes, sir, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so he sends the contract, and then this is when Jamison Stone starts talking. And I think it's important to understand this guy doesn't have fame. He is not a famous person. He doesn't have power. He has run a few Kickstarters with him and Satine for tabletop RPG, like, supplement stuff, and then hired people to write those supplements. That's essentially what it is. Thanks so much for the 50 biddies, Ari. An official Starbucks. Enjoy. I'm glad that you're having. Speaking of Starbucks, I have a coffee right here. An oat milk espresso. Anyway, the contract is wildly incorrect in terms of original ownership of the symbols and images my team and I created to ask you to inscribe on my body. Hell yeah, Flower Girl. Thanks for the biddies, and I'm glad for your husband getting to celebrate Pride. You did not create them and have no ownership to rights over them at all, blah, blah, blah. He continues to go on. This contract is a gross misrepresentation of the situation agreement which you had and I had entered into. I will rewrite the contract for you, but hear me when I say this. I am very disappointed about your lack of professionalism, Chad. And then Chad goes, buddy, I didn't write it. It was the one that was already comprised. You asked me to reuse one that was created. I'm happy for you to make changes to make you happier, though confused how it's unprofessional. The contract you sent me does not represent our situation remotely, and if you need, as a professional, or if you wish to be respected as such, to be able to navigate the different types of relationships you have with clients as it pertains to the work you do for them, had I known this was the kind of contract you and Post had, I would never have asked for it. See, he's bringing up Post Malone a lot. Or he does, at least. He wants to be famous. The way you represented the contract verbally did not indicate in the slightest this was the nature of the contract. Basically, the tattoos, he doesn't want the tattoo artist to have rights to the tattoos that he puts on Jamison's body. Cool. He finishes this bullshit with, truth only hurts if you let your ego get in the way. I'll write a new contract and sign it. If the terms are agreeable to you, wonderful. If not, we'll explore other options for how to move forward. Okay, you're definitely right on the term that I haven't been educated in these types of contractual agreements. It's a very nice new realm for me to work in the insider legal paperwork. Feel free to make one you're more comfortable with. I don't see that being a problem. He continues on. Thank you for being humble. This will take me about an hour to do. Thank you for being humble. Simply put, I'm not going to be replicating your exact design on anyone or any art. I'm not a legal writer. No, I ever made legal paperwork for these kinds of things. No, it's harsh to be so greatly disappointed in my lack of understanding of writing legal paperwork when it's nowhere near my scope. I make tattoos, not contracts. Be humble in understanding the severity of your words when working with friendly exchange. Jamison replies, this is business, Chad. You perform services for payment. You ask for money and not a small amount. I am treating you in a professional manner as a contractor, which you are in this capacity. If you wish to be seen as a professional and charge professional rates, you need to learn and understand. You're a professional. This is called healthy boundaries, something you are still learning. If I remember our conversations in my living room correctly, which I am, I'm going to finish writing this contract now. I'll PM you, blah, blah, blah. Sounds good. Boom, easy enough. He's like over it. You can tell. Look at the. He's like, boom, easy. Wall of text. Okay, fucking fine, whatever. Emoji. Your images are wrong for my left and right leg in the contract for his tattoos. Nobody wants your fucking tattoos. He keeps saying all this crazy shit. You are clearly young and inexperienced. I am educating you. Education can be painful when you let your ego get in the way. Be happy I am not punishing you for your lack of experience or charging you for my education. My rates are much higher than yours. That is me being friendly. You may not want my friendship. I am okay with that. Regardless of what you want, I am going to protect my company, my family. Anyway, goes, thank you. Sorry, no biggie. He's done. Connor's dog, I'll email you in the update. Okay. Then another wall of text. I appreciate it, but it's easier just to have it all together in one PDF. Okay, so send it tomorrow then. They're trying to figure out. Like, I'll sign the images. You can update it if you like. It's more so for your end than mine. So you do whatever you need to do. Having unattached floating addendums in messy and not best contract practices if it can be avoided. I'll finish tonight. You sign it whenever. I'll pay you once you sign the contract back as per industry standard. Industry standard can also be to have half payment up front, but you did not ask for that. Okay, whenever it's sent, I'll sign it and send it back. Hi guys, this is Satine now in the group chat. Just catching up after the season finale livestream, whatever that was. Chad looked over the contract you sent over, and it's definitely a hot mess. If this is the contract Post Malone sent you, it doesn't say what you think it says. The contract, again, Post Malone, contract you sent us is not what you and Jamison agreed to, and actually puts us at great risk. It could be seen as manipulation and not what you told us it said. Jamison spent the whole evening writing out an appropriate contract that clearly defines not only what you both agreed to, but also a clear representation of who created and owns the art. After you sign it tomorrow, I'm happy to discuss this with you over the phone. I signed it, sent it back. Look, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm only available to speak with you at 11 a.m. It's clear that you don't understand the gravity of the situation and the ramifications it has on your personal and professional career. I personally feel disrespected, and if you would like to salvage the situation, you can do so in 20 minutes. I also feel really disrespected. Could easily be a lack of communication here. I'm ready to talk when you guys are. Check your email, Chad. There are no words which can adequately describe my disappointment. Send it in PDF and signed. Let me know if there's anything else needed. So he just signed the contract, was like, I'm done. I'm good. I did not find it in my inbox, then realized you may have sent it to my personal email, despite me sending the contract to you via my work email. I found it there and forwarded it to my work email, so now I have all I need. Hear this. Hear this. Hear this. If you want people to treat you like an adult or a professional, you need to act like one. You have yet to do this, and your carelessness only continues to disappoint me and make your situation worse for yourself. I'm done interacting with you. I believe Satine has more to say to you, but that's up to her. I will pay you the money you requested by the end of the business day today. The only way I can see you salvaging the situation for yourself, both personally and professionally, is to write me, and Satine, if you so choose, a genuine, I don't know what this says, apology? I don't know. Take a responsibility for yourself and your actions. A genuine letter of apology. If you decide to do this, I expect it to be thorough and through the post, not email. You have my address. A post? He wants a mailed letter of apology. You've been paid, and I sent you a copy of the receipt. Thanks for the payment. It was received. I have a lot to learn and much to think about. Okay, just placating. Anyway, so that's one example. Now, if I go into the quote tweets of this, I'm vindicated. But there was a couple other people that were like, hey, I wrote work for them. I wrote work for them, and then they didn't pay me. There was like a blacklisty. Where was it? Was it in the? Maybe it was in the. Maizelbub. In the stuff down here. Brian Foster being cool again. Tess Fowler. I mean, lots of people that are part of the communities talking. Oh yeah, he since issued an apology, but before anyone goes believing the sincerity of that just yet, please take a look at the Insta post he made around the same time Chad made his post originally calling them out, and ask yourself if this sounds like repentance or a call to arms. Anyway, he makes a threatening Insta post. That's just crazy stuff. Anyway, they're just weirdos. That was the point. Wager Roads, thanks for 37 months. That was the point. If you want to look at more of that stuff, if you're into the tabletop RPG scene, I would check it out. Because they're like fucking weirdos. And they have been for a long time. It's been that way for a bit. Big time weirdos.